Hi, thanks for joining us. My name's Danny, I'm the Marketing Manager at Academic Appointments. In today's Live at 5, we're joined by Helen, our Enable consultant. Helen has kindly agreed to join us today to explain to our viewers what Enable actually is. So, ready to start?
I am.
So, would you mind explaining to the viewers what Enable is?
Yes. So Enable includes all roles that are non-teaching within schools. So this could be admin staff, this could be librarians, it could be caretakers, anything that does not involve teaching within a classroom.
Okay.
This is any education sector, so it could be primary, secondary or further education.
Okay, right. And you've recently joined us. Since actually coming to Academic Appointments, have you managed to place anyone already?
I have. We have had a role in for a librarian based in Leeds, and we've also had a role in Bradford, which was our administrator.
Fantastic.
So that's fantastic. And we're currently working on a caretaker position, which is based in Leeds, and a librarian, which is also based in Leeds.
So if anyone like that is
Yes.
watching now,
Please get in contact.
Helen needs to speak to you.
Yes.
So kind of on the back of that then, do I, if I was registering with Enable, do I have to have worked in a school?
That would be preferred. For example, for admin assistant or anyone working within the office environment, it'd be really preferential to have Sims experience.
Okay.
Typically they are temporary positions, so to be able to just pick up the system will be really beneficial.
Yeah.
However, if you have got strong admin skills and you've also worked in a school, it shows that you are able to interact well with children and parents. I think that schools are pretty flexible with speaking to that type of candidate also, which is positive.
Okay. And do you have to have things like a DBS done and
Yes.
to work in the schools?
Yeah, that's right. So we accept a DBS if it's if you've had it within the last year, or but if not, we are able to put that into process for yourselves.
Excellent. So you could support
Exactly, with
the
all
person
compliance.
through it.
That's right. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. So obviously we could have people watching us now that may be in a scenario where they're looking for a job in a back office kind of role. What would they need to do to get the ball rolling?
Right. Well, what you can do is you can go onto our website, and you can give us a ring. All our information of our staff that work here, and my contact details will be on the website, so you can get in contact, or you can email your CV through. And then what we do is we set up a registration interview with yourself if we think it's relevant for you to come in. And then we look at what you're looking for. We tailor it all around you, the type of jobs you're looking for, and then how we can move forward. So we do really look to set that action plan within the meeting, so both of us are fully aware on how we're going to move forward.
Right, so you literally leave here knowing what the next steps are.
Yes,
and
that's
that's great. If they're actually thinking they're not quite sure and not handed the notice in, we've got resignation day coming up obviously. Are they okay to give you a ring and just have a chat about their options?
Yeah, I think it's really helpful to call people and just gain a bit of advice really. And we're more than happy to provide that. And just give them an idea of the type of roles we do have coming up, and how often they're either permanent or temporary, just to get an idea of the market, because I think that's important before you do anything with your notice. You need to know how you wish to move forward.
Of course, and there is an extensive list of the roles that you cover, Helen, and
yes.
we could go through them, but I think we'll probably lose people.
Completely.
But earlier, like you were saying, you kind of recruit for anything in a school that isn't a TA or a teacher.
Completely.
Basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. So just to sum up then, obviously there's people out there that they probably register with agencies for office work and it's not education focused, but obviously there are competitors out there as well that they will be looking to register with. So just to kind of end it, why should they pick you and Enable?
Well, with Enable, we specifically look at education positions for non-teaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's, you know, the environment you're looking at, it makes sense to come to us rather than somewhere that just does generic offer support.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, the schools appreciate that, as we said, we always do look for that background experience, so they know that they're going to get someone with that experience that, you know, separate completely, that sort of separates us from the rest.
Yeah.
I do also have that experience within primary school and a degree in education, so I think it's important that, you know, as I said about advice and just knowing, you know, what it's like to work in a school and, you know, how to present yourself during the interviews, or again, just, you know,
a little bit of understanding.
Completely,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I think that sort of adds to the tailored, you know, response and service for candidates, so they can understand that I know what they're going through too.
Yeah. Which is exactly what somebody wants, I suppose, when they're considering all their options. So, well, thank you very much, Helen, for your time. It's much appreciated. I know you're obviously working hard to fill those roles, so I will let you get on. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon.